They handed it to me with smirks. A cousin snorted. My brother didn't even hide his laugh. Phones came out. Pictures snapped. I didn't argue, didn't defend myself. I just smiled. Then, slowly, I reached into my bag and pulled out a thick stack of papers, stapled, official, important. I held them in both hands, high enough for everyone to see. And without a word, I tore them in half. Page after page, shreds drifting to the floor like pale confetti. The room went quiet. By the time I walked out, some of them were already picking up the pieces. That's when they realized what I'd destroyed. It was too late. It started years ago, long before this reunion. Family, they call it. I call it a chain I've been dragging since birth. The insults were never direct at first, just little cuts. You could have done better. Why can't you be more like your brother? The bar was always moving, always just beyond my reach. But I kept showing up. Birthdays, weddings, funerals. I brought gifts, paid tabs, took days off to help when pipes burst or cars broke down. I thought that's what you did. You give, you hold them up, you keep the peace. Turns out, they saw kindness as weakness. The shift was slow. A cousin borrowing money just until next payday and never returning it. My sister asking for help with her mortgage while mocking my job in the same breath. And then the will. When my father died, the estate was mine to divide. He'd left it to me to handle fairly. Fairly. That word rotted in my mouth. They circled me like vultures, each with a reason they deserved more. I could have kept it all. The paperwork was clear, but I didn't. I gave them shares that made them rich overnight. Their gratitude lasted less than a week. The breaking point came last year. I'd paid for a rental house by the lake, a week for all of us to be together. Food stocked, bedrooms assigned, every detail arranged. I thought maybe, just maybe, this time it would be different. But they mocked the menu, complained about the beds. And on the third night, I overheard my brother in the kitchen laughing. He's still trying to buy our love. Someone else replied, cheaper than therapy. I didn't walk in. I didn't shout. I just stood in the hallway, the light from the fridge spilling across the floor, and I made a decision. No more. The will, the trust, the business shares. I'd been holding the paperwork for years, controlling interests, property deeds, bank authorizations, things they'd never bothered to understand. They assumed I'd keep managing it forever, like some unpaid servant. I could have sold it quietly, transferred ownership without a word. But that wasn't enough. I wanted them to see it happen. I wanted the moment to burn into their memories. So when the invitation for the family reunion arrived, a thinly veiled excuse to drink on my dime, I accepted. I told them I'd bring something important. The day came. I walked into the hall they'd rented. Long tables lined with food. A banner on the wall. Family forever. And then the shirts. Handed out like party favors. Mine, the joke, got the biggest laugh. My brother actually wiped tears from his eyes. I slipped the t-shirt over my head. The cotton clung to my skin, hot under the fluorescent lights. I smiled. Then I reached into my bag. The papers were thick in my hands. The trust documents, the property titles, the business contracts. Every signature I'd ever given to protect them. Every legal string that tied me to their well-being. I looked at my brother first. His grin faltered. At my sister. She tilted her head, sensing something shift. Then, rip. The first tear echoed in the quiet. The second made my cousin's fork freeze halfway to his mouth. I kept going. Page after page, the sound sharp, final. No speech, no explanation. By the time the last scrap hit the floor, my hands were empty. I turned and walked toward the door. Behind me, chairs scraped back. "What was that?" my brother's voice, tight now. "What did you just do?" my sister. They gathered around the shredded pile. Someone picked up a page. I heard the words whispered. "Property transfer. Relinquish all claim." And then, louder, panic creeping in. "These were the deeds. He just—" I stepped outside into the cold evening air. The laughter was gone. Inside, voices rose, overlapping, urgent. They understood now. No more free vacation homes. No more rental income from properties I managed. No more dividends from the business I kept afloat. No more safety net. They had mocked the one person holding it all together. And now I had let go. People like to think revenge is about rage. It's not. It's about patience, precision, choosing the moment when silence will cut deeper than shouting. As I walked away, I didn't feel anger. I felt light, free. They'll spend months trying to undo what I did in minutes. They'll fight each other over scraps. And every time they